Dear students, let us solve this numerical problem. A ball is thrown at an angle theta and another ball is thrown at an angle 90 minus theta. Notice these two angles. These two angles are complementary angles. So here alpha and beta are two angles shown here. So alpha can be taken as theta. We can say that angle alpha is theta and angle beta is 90 minus theta. Right. With the horizontal direction from the same point, each with speeds of 40 meter per second. So both of them are thrown with the same speed 40 meter per second but at different angles. The second ball reaches 50 meter higher than the first ball. That means H2 is H1 plus 50 meter higher. Then find the individual height. That means you have to find the heights H1 and H2. Now look at the figure. What are H1, H2? H1 is the maximum height obtained when the projectile is thrown at an angle alpha, which is theta, first angle theta as said in the question. And H2 is the maximum height obtained when the projectile is thrown with the same speed but at a different angle beta, with that angle beta is 90 minus theta. Now in the previous video I have proved that in such a situation the horizontal range is equal, and here are some standard results that we have derived. The derivation of all these three formulae are given in the previous video. For example, if H1 and H2 are the maximum heights in these two different cases at different angles, then H1 by H2 is tan square alpha, H1 plus H2 is u square by 2g, and H1 multiplied by H2 is r square by 16. So to solve this question, definitely we are going to use the second equation given here as H1 plus H2 is equal to u square by 2g. So let us take this second equation here, second formula H1 plus H2, and try to solve the question. So same question here written here. So from the formula list, from the list of formula we can say, from the formula list, H1 plus H2 is equal to u square by 2g. Now the value of u is given in the question. Initial velocity is given as 40 meter per second and g as 10 meter per second square. So let us find out. So we'll get here u square means 40 into 40 divided by 2g means 20. So 20 cancels 40, 2 times 20 to the 40, and 2 into 40 is 80. Okay, fine. So we obtained our first equation, that H1 plus H2 is equal to 80. First equation. This formula we have taken. Now next in the question it says that the second ball reaches 50 meter higher than first ball. That means this height H2 is actually H1 plus 50, more than that. So therefore we can write down second equation as H2 is equal to H1 plus 50. Simply substitute this second equation in the first one. So we will get the first equation, we get like this, H1 plus, now in place of H2 just write on this, H1 plus 50 is equal to 80. I am simply putting the value of H2 from second equation into the first equation. So here I get 2H1 is equal to 80 minus 50. Send the 50 to other side, and 80 minus 50 means 30. Therefore H1 is equal to 15 meters, first answer, and H2 is H1 plus 50. From the second equation, H2 is simply H1 plus 50, so that would be equal to 65 meters. So these are the answers of the question. So for the derivation of that formula, this one H1 plus H2 is equal to u square by 2g, don't forget to see the previous video which is lecture number 3 in my playlist for projectile motion. So thank you students. Please press the like button.